Hey! Okay, so I'm still working on this animation, and my friend suggested me that I should talk about my more about my past as a my artistic past, I guess, artistic past. I get, yeah, I think so. Yeah. So this time I'm out again. I've found this another place. Because I think that the first place I went to was kind of... Oh my god, it's so loud. Okay, I'll wait. Yeah, this place is kind of near the river. And it's kind of as well the place where planes fly above. So this time I went to a place near the first place where I went the last time. But... when I was on the way to the same place, I kind of realized that it's not really legal to be there, because I think it's the place where they have a lot of owls or something, like specific birds that should not be disturbed there. So I found myself this other place near the river, but we have some boats here, and sometimes waves get a bit excited. It's loud and stuff. Yeah, I should look for another place, but for this time it will work. The school that I went to was quite cool. Most of the teachers were really cool and I really loved it, but we had this one art teacher that I didn't really get along with that well. Like, he expected so much from me, and I guess it's good because that made me try more and helped me to improve faster. But I was like, I don't know, like 10 or 11 years old then, so I think I was too young to understand that. But he was a really interesting person. He had this long gray beard and long gray hair. He was kind of old, like in his 60s or 50s. And he knew that I was going to the art school, so he tried to push me even harder. Whenever someone would draw something really bad, he would be like, "Oh, it's okay. You're doing a great job." And when I was trying really much, when I was actually producing an okay work, he would always critique me like crazy, and that was not that inspiring. But I had this friend, she's when we were in the same school, and she was 2 grades above me, and he would always say that my work is bad and I need to try more and I'm not trying enough. And then she would come up to me and she would be like, last time he showed us your piece as an example of what you should go and try for. And then I really understood what he was doing, and it was kind of cool, but I was young and I was still really mad at him for doing that, because for me it was really demotivating. I don't know. And he used to give us these really boring tasks to do. Like he would make us scheme on the blackboard of the composition of the piece, and put some question marks in some corners, and we had to copy the same thing that he drew, and wherever we had question marks, he would let us draw either a snake or a fish or a plant, and then that's kind of all. So it was really nothing crazy creative, and it was kind of boring drawing that. The fuck is going on there? Okay, the noise is kind of gone. And another funny thing about when I was in elementary school, this bird. Okay, And another funny fact about the time when I was in elementary school is that I have a brother, and he's really not that good at drawing. And even though that he's 3 years older than me, yeah, 3 years, yeah. My mom used to make me draw drawings for him, for the same teacher, because she wanted him to get better marks. And I was really pissed off because I had to draw not just drawings for myself but for him as well. And the teacher would give us one drawing a week, and it was really a lot of work. And my mom was forcing me to draw for my brother, even though I was fighting with her, but she's my mom and I had to. So, but she's not stupid. After I drew the piece, she would invite my brother, and we would all three sit here, look at the piece, and she made me teach my brother how to draw a specific thing, because she was thinking that the teacher might ask my brother to draw it because he wouldn't believe that it's his drawing. And that was even more funny. Yeah, but I was so happy when my brother didn't have to do art classes anymore. Yeah, that was like the best time of my life. So I went for 2 years to preparational thing for the art school. My mother and all my grandparents were super excited for me getting into this art school, and we were preparing like crazy. And after those 2 years, when I got into school, I kinda didn't do that well on the test, and I was missing 1 point. But if you don't get enough points, if it's only 1 point missing, then you have like a concourse. You have like they just get some students in the art school anyways. So when I got to the first year of art school, all the people there were older than me. I was the youngest one there, and I was kind of shy, so I didn't talk to anyone for like half a year. But the funny fact is that nobody really paid so much attention to this art school. Nobody went to prepare for it. Everyone just went for the test and got into the school. And I was learning how to draw and how to paint for 2 years to get into it. So I felt kind of silly. So I was a quiet kid for like half a year till some of the awesome people made me talk. And it's art people, like all of them are a bit weird but awesome at the same time. And during those 4 years of art school, some of the people got out, some of the people got in. And at the 3rd year, I think we had the most fun. Or maybe it was the first half of the 4th year, I don't really remember. But there was this girl that we would go to the supermarket, get some chips, and eat chips and drink soda or something on the window ledge. I don't know which one is which. Yeah. And we had this awesome teacher from drawing lessons. She would walk by us in the hallway and just laugh at us because it was already the time of the lesson and we would still be eating chips. She had a lot of interesting stories to tell, so whenever she would walk to me, critique my work, I would just ask her about her life, about her, for example, why she chose to be an art teacher and stuff. And then she would get carried away and just draw everything for me. So that was funny. And my friend would always laugh about it because half of my pieces were drawn by her, not by me. So my grades were pretty well there. Pretty good. So in the last half of the year of an art school, we had to work on our own piece. And I was struggling with finding an idea what I want to do. And at that point I got sick and I had to stay at home for like 2 weeks. And just because of that, I thought of an idea that I want to paint. And I think that if I haven't been sick at that time, I wouldn't have done anything, or just my work wouldn't be as good as it was. But we had to make a speech for it and to tell about the work in progress, about our techniques, about the idea of the piece and everything. I didn't really get ready for that. So my friend helped me to write the whole thing like 10 minutes before I had to give the speech. So when it was time for me to give a speech, I was really confused and scared and oh my god, it was horrible. And I just said something, I said like 3 sentences and then I was stuck and I just got quiet and I stood there and looked at everyone and yeah, so my teacher helped me out and said everything for me. Yeah, we had a really awesome teacher. Yeah, he was awesome. And after that we got really childish looking diplomas. I would kind of be embarrassed if anyone asked me to show it. Like, it really looks like graduation from the kindergarten or something. I went to a few art Olympiads and I did quite well there. And in the first Olympiad I did a lot better than in the second one. And my speech was good actually. One of the judges even started crying. I didn't even say anything sensible, just something about hanging laundry. The second one was not as good, but I still got to meet a lot of awesome people. So it was a good experience overall. And I got to skip some lessons from school, so I was happy. It's really interesting just to listen to some of the students talk about their work because it's kind of personal. And if someone would ask me why I'm into animation, I guess I would say that I myself, just like a lot of other people, grew up watching cartoons and some weird ones like The Cowardly Dog or Samurai Jack. But like I grew up watching cartoons and I still watch them. And I find it really entertaining how they make you feel good or bad or sad, even though the artist is creating the story that probably never existed or that has never been a true thing. He creates convincing atmospheres and just makes it look like a real life, even though that sometimes the characters are animals or... And another thing about animation that I really love is that it lets you to get away from your own life, from your problems, and it lets you experience things that you wouldn't be able to in the real world. And I really like colors, I really like using colors, I really like drawing people and stuff in motion. I still haven't done that much, but I'm really enjoying it. And I find it really interesting how art and animation lets you make your thoughts, make your ideas just become true. Just how it helps you to tell stories to the world, to other people that were once in your head and now have a kind of physical form, I guess. But behind all this so that's it for this time. Sorry for the wind, birds, and driving thing behind me, and the water and planes and everything. I hope you didn't hear too much of that. So yeah, till next time, bye.